working on me. They make me feel better, then I feel like I'm better, and then I go
very much possible.
Run or something.
So we'll start off with the scripture to go into my poem. The scripture simply says, "For God so loved the world."
You got a new phone?
Usually we just rush past that part. And he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believes in him will not perish but have everlasting life. I want to stop at that first part, and that's what the focus of this poem will be. For God so, or this monologue, whatever it's going to be. For God so loved the For God so loved the For God so loved the world. See, what most people do not understand, including me, is that what some call a creation story, from the perspective of our Father in heaven, was actually the beginning of wedding vows. And from his perspective, I say this. Every nation has their own story of how they got here, including my children. And for a long time, my children had to endure slavery, and every time they endured slavery, they endured another creation story. A creation story that said they were the products of gods that failed, and therefore the gods that won had permission to make them slaves to the nation that represented those gods that won. And I got sick and tired of it. I don't care if it was Egypt or Babylon. I got sick and tired of it. I had to set the record straight, so let me do so. In the beginning, God. Just me, by myself. I had no rival. I had nobody to defeat. It was just me making the decision to do one thing that I've never done: expose myself. You see, I am that I am, and that doesn't need explaining. But the moment I make a decision to interact with anything, then I must explain. And so in the beginning, I was all by myself, and I realized I wanted to share, because I was not content, but I couldn't share with just anyone. There was a special someone I chose to share with. And in the beginning, that special someone had a form so dark and void and barren. She didn't say much at all, and I understood. And so before I said anything, I let my spirit greet her. How are you doing? And it was a very deep and dark greeting. You see, you gotta get to know somebody before you say anything, and sometimes getting to know a person starts with a wink, a head nod, a handshake, a drone. But for me, it always starts with the spirit. You always introduce yourself with your spirit. Your spirit should always precede any greeting, and that's exactly what I did. And when my spirit came back to me, it says, things ain't looking that good over there. Things are kind of dark over there. They're kind of barren over there. What are you going to do, oh Holy One? And I told my spirit, I got just the thing. I'm not going to put my hands on her. I'm not going to reach out to hug her. I'm not going to get down on one knee yet. I'm not going to do any of those things. I'm not going to establish my feet in her. I'm not. I'm not going to say I am your Lord. I'm not going to say I am your husband. I'm going to say be light. And for those that follow me, that didn't just mean shine bright. It meant be happy now. Be joyful now. Be prosperous now. You are about to encounter a new relationship. So be fruitful now. And then I had to do some separating. Some separating from that light in the darkness. And then I had to do some more separating. And I had to create a heavens above her. And I didn't have to touch her. I am still just speaking to her. So be light. And be heaven, and be waters above, and be waters beneath, and now be land, and now be trees, and now be grass, and now be bees, and now be birds, and ants, and insects, centipedes, whatever you want to. Be, and now be sun, and now be moon, and now be stars to govern the day and the light, and now be fish, and monsters some will never understand or catch. Moby Dick. And then I had to do one more final thing. I had to leave her with my image. A deposit, a guarantee that even though I have to now go and be afar off, a piece of me will always be here to take care of you. A piece of me will always be here to show you that I love you. I put my image inside of her. And all of you are here because of it. And I want you to take care of her, please. I know you may not understand everything. You don't understand what is really at work. But you can understand grass when it's green and when it's brown. You can understand the sky when it's blue and when it's not. You can understand how smoke clouds prevent you from seeing the magnificence of every star. You can see pollution corroding the water. You can see that Flint is still in a crisis. You can see that sometimes spring feels like winter and it's y'all's fault. Y'all throwing off this ecosystem. But you can see because you're still here. And you can still feel the breeze that there is still hope. Because I hope that you can see I am still in love with all of you. Thank you. That great awkward moment where you don't know who to give the mic to. So one more hand praise for yourself.